boys. I probably should have been more supportive. It was a great rescue, really. Except, you know, I didn't actually want to be rescued, and most of you are headed to intensive care. But aside from that, I say, unmarked anyone who manages to get away.
That's all of them.
6 years ago, Rocksteady graced the video game community with their take on the Caped Crusader, creating their own unique style, combat, and narrative. They utilized familiar resources, primarily voice actors from the 90s animated cartoon, to bring the characters to life once more. Here is Co-opmode's review of Batman Arkham Knight. Much like Asylum and City, Night takes place in one evening where it's hell on earth for Batman. This time it's Gotham City that is being wreaked havoc upon. Old and new villains make their mark on the city as Batman fends them off with the occasional help from his colleagues. Through subtle hints from Batman Arkham City, Scarecrow becomes the main antagonist along with the Arkham Knight. Also, not to mention, everyone's favorite villain makes a return to torment Batman, the Joker. Instead of being a physical entity, the Joker is an internal entity, still messing with Batman due to that his blood still runs in Batman's veins from Arkham City.
Oh, those sidekicks of yours. A teeny tiny bit of torture, and they're all, please make it stop. I'll tell all Batman's secrets.
If you thought Arkham Asylum and City were impressive, Arkham Knight is a delight to look at. This is the only installment out of the three that was designed for the new current-gen consoles. From the character models, lighting, textures, etc., aesthetically, it's the best-looking game Rocksteady has created. Whether the player is driving around the Batmobile, soaring high, or even just glancing from a distance, the craftsmanship is undeniably impeccable. Just taking the time to look at the city is worth it alone to play the game. While the game reigns supreme aesthetically, narratively, Arkham Knight is probably the weakest out of the three. Scarecrow and Arkham Knight come off feeling like villains of the night who are primarily focused on due to the game's design. Nothing about them carries any weight, unlike the Batman and Joker relationship. If anything, the story of Batman's internal struggle with the Joker is the strongest aspect, despite how hard the game utilizes the Arkham Knight story, taking aspects from the comics such as Hush and Under the Red Hood, where someone from Batman's and Bruce Wayne's past comes to haunt him. The incorporation of the Arkham Knight would have had a stronger impact if there was more build-up in the previous entries. Even though Rocksteady had their minds in the right place for the Arkham Knight, it comes off as a missed opportunity, which is a bummer. The core fighting mechanics remained well intact, along with a variety of gadgets at your disposal to use against the Scarecrow and Arkham Knight's henchmen. In addition to the fighting mechanics, the game has moments where you can tag team alongside with other characters such as Robin, Catwoman, or even Nightwing when fighting an onslaught of thugs on screen.
There's plenty here.
While fighting, the player can switch between characters, and when enough meter is built up, they can perform what's called a takedown, which instantly incapacitates the thug in glorious fashion. The game also introduces the use of the Batmobile, which was teased in Arkham Asylum and then never used in Arkham City. Finally, another component of Batman's arsenal is available for use. The Batmobile has functionalities that are great, whether that being able to ram right through cars, ejecting Batman at fast speeds, or turning into a tank. This all sounds great, but the implementation becomes extremely tedious and forced, that causes dread for the player, leading them to not using the vehicle whenever possible. The missed opportunities and game flaws may seem overwhelming, but Batman Arkham Knight is still a solid and satisfying entry in the Rocksteady trilogy, if only for the Joker narrative along with the aesthetics, core mechanics, and then some that put the franchise on the map.
Hey, I think prison's going to be the making of this one, Batsy. A few jailhouse tats, gang initiations, drug abuse. He'll come out a fully functioning criminal. Just what Gotham needs.
We recommend this game to any Batman or Rocksteady enthusiast. Here are our scores. Also, it should be noted that some of the DLC deserves an honorable mention, such as Season of Infamy, Gotham's Most Wanted, specifically the Mad Hatter and Mr. Freeze content. For all things co-op mode reviews, you can find us on various social media websites. To listen to the full review of Batman Arkham Knight, you can stream the episode on our website or download it via iTunes and Google Play.